You abandon your facility on Titan X just in time, with your listeners indicating a massive sandstorm inundated your emanators within hours of your escape. So be it, you think. You're just happy to be headed home. You try to avoid thinking about all the paperwork and awkward interviews you'll face, showing up at the spaceport with a hold full of bodies. Future me problem. Zorvix is just a few hops away when an awful noise overtakes the cabin. You look up at the screen just in time to see the alert. Impact expected. You come to your senses in total darkness. Your head, your neck, your back, everything is screaming in pain. You grasp around your body just to confirm the parts are still there. You hear a sloshing sound and realize your cabin is rolling around. You let your hand limp and realize, yes, you aren't in space anymore. After fumbling around in the darkness, you make your way to the hatch. The brightness nearly blinds you when you open it, and you are awash in scents and sounds. You climb out and look around. You've come ashore on a small island. You take a deep breath. You scream. You were so close. Hello everybody, I'm Trimbark Tree, and welcome back to Sandustry, and welcome to Adrift. That's right, we're starting a new map today, a new Let's Play, and so let's check it out. While we're checking out the map, let's talk about the map. The map is called Adrift 1.25x, so it is technically bigger than the standard default map. It is made by the same brilliant mind who made the Titan X map, Devious Flawless, and so I'm excited to see what's going on. But as you can see, we spawn in here and we're on a deserted island, and I'm pretty sure down here is just a giant pit of water. Yeah, ooh, let's start right here. A big part of me choosing this map was the fact that it was so much water. uh, let's hope that we never have to dupe any at all. Oh no. Oh no, am I stuck? I stuck myself with the ice. That's okay, we can go into options. Let's see, where is it? Where is it? There we go, unstuck. I found it. We're free. Okay. Um, and you guys have all seen a starter mine a million times, so let's get started doing that. And while I'm doing that, we can talk about our plans for this map. I'm not sure how long we'll go, if it'll be a mini series or if we'll go longer than that, but I'm really excited. I've never looked at the map picture, so I really truly have no clue what we're in for. Although I do know some things, which is I do not want to send all my sand to the bottom of that giant ocean lake there, because it will take forever to get it out. So we're gonna start our temporary factory, of course, right up here, and then we will move on to what I hope is my more permanent factory. And the idea I have, I've been thinking about this, is I want to create a compact, tileable, high throughput factory. So if you've seen my shrinking factory series, I'm not going for the absolute tiniest possible factory because those have very low throughput. But I want a high or medium throughput factory so we can mine as much of this map as possible, but at the same time make it compact enough where we can then turn around and tile it, scale it up, make multiples of it when the time comes when we have more throughput than we can handle with a single factory. But of course we have to start with our lazy man starter factory here. So why don't we do that? I'm gonna just go ahead and get rid of this, and let's see, I need to set up my bar like I always do. We'll go like this, and I think that's the only things we have right now. Yep. Okay, so let's see, this is a good, yeah, this will be a good temporary area. This will be our slag box. Nope. Back to my old ways already. And we're going to go shakers. Yeah, that's probably okay. And I'll just hit Control to overwrite and hold X to erase that stuff. Okay. And then underneath that, let's build our gold box like this. Okay. And we can start moving some sand. Oh, did I forget? Of course I did. Go like that. I've learned some lessons since our last factory. One of the primary ones being, I don't think that we need to have a whole bunch of collectors. I suspected, and other people seem to agree, that collectors, for whatever reason, put a lot of load on the game that is unnecessary. So after we get to a certain point with our research, or more what I was thinking is we'll make a box big enough where we can have enough gold counted for all of our research, and then the rest of our gold is going to have to go into the vault to just sit there and hopefully not slow the game down. You know, that's how it goes. Okay, well, we have enough. We have enough to research logistics, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, and so now I think we're gonna go ahead and do some launchers here. There we go. And like that, and I'm gonna put that right there. A little conveyor belt on top of our wall, of course, and we're going to get, oh, good start. We're gonna go ahead and do this. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Conveyor belt here. Move that. Build a conveyor belt down here. And there we go. We're moving, we're cruising, you guys. Let's see some of the other things I learned last time. Well, I learned that my wash plant is not ideal. Actually, I think it is the ideal wash plant for, and hear me out, spores. It is perfect for spores because that is all that spores need. It is, however, not ideal in any way for what do you want to call it? Sand. It's just not good for sand. Oh, it's weird. Okay. I gotta fix that. My inventory is not right here. There we go. Okay. It is not ideal for sand. And so we're gonna have to come up with a new wetting station for sand. And I'm thinking we will probably also come up with new ideas for everything, except for maybe the planters. Planters seem like a pretty good system we had going there. I'm just gonna keep doing this, help it mix a little bit. There we go. I'm hoping we can get to 500 here pretty quick. Unlock guns. And then I think after guns, filters, you know, the basics right away, I do actually want to go straight for pipes because this water right here is going to be burned out really quick, and I really, really, really don't want to put all the sand at the bottom of that lake. Although that lake's going to drain pretty fast, as you guys can imagine. So, I don't know. We'll see. There we go. Let's try to get this dry sand out. There we go. Caught it. Perfect. And How can I improve this a little bit? There we go. Just some mass chaos. That'll make sure it all gets washed. And while we're doing that, let's go ahead and dig. All right. So, remember 3 keys: compact, tileable, and high throughput. Which maybe a better way of saying high throughput would be efficient, because in this case, our throughput is going to be the tileability, right? But I want it to be efficient, almost like we planned it. And I do have some other ideas. We'll get there when we find that bridge. And let's see, we're up to 350, 369. Nice. We are getting there to the guns. And let's just take a look at the research. Guns, we're gonna want filters and tools right away. Filters, obvious. Tools is flamethrower. Refining, and then I think pipes is down here after filters. So I don't know that we have enough water here to make all that happen. Although that would be really nice. I'm really excited to see what's underground here though. And I'm a big fan of this sailboat here. In fact, can we dig it out? Is there anything to dig here? Oh, yep. Cool. Ah, DV. DV is flawless. Very nice, dude. Well, I love Titan. You guys seem to love Titan, so I'm sure we're gonna love this map too. Ah, we're over 500. Let's go ahead and get our gun. All right. For now, I'm actually gonna put it on number 4, because the shovel is still faster, I think. But we can start shooting stuff. That nice sound. And here, I guess, keep cleaning this out here and move it over. I'm really tempted to just build block all the way across here so we don't start dropping stuff, but I think we will wait for filters. So let's check it out. Filters, there we go. Beautiful. And flamethrower. Beautiful. Okay. Well, when we're ready, we can go ahead and burn that slag. But it looks like we do have a pretty significant amount of wet sand here. So maybe we'll be able to get to pipes. Like, I want to build as little as possible, basically, until we have all the things that I want. I'd really love to find cinder, but I get a sense that that's probably at the bottom of the mine, so we might be actually doing more exploring right away just because of my aversion to doing anything without it. So even though you guys know I love cinder, love, big love. Let's get rid of that stuff. Here we go. This is too much. Oh. How are you guys going the wrong way? Dancing particles here, and none of them are actually getting up. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of dry sand. That's okay. None of this is permanent, so it sort of doesn't matter. Oh, this is backing up. That's what's going on. There we go. But yeah, like I said, I want to change my sand washing plant. I also want to change, I want to change our mixer or our shaker plant, even though I think the other one is really good. And in fact, there's an even better way that I've seen a lot now on the Discord. But I saw a great one from somebody on the Discord, Insane Asylum, that I am a huge fan of, even if it's not like perfect or amazing. You guys will see it. I think you'll like it. But first, let's just go ahead and use up all of our water. Why not? We'll see where we land as far as getting pipes. If we can get pipes with what we have here, um, well then I'm not going to worry about the next stage. Or we might have to unlock the kinetic slag press, and then maybe with the slag that we have, we will have enough to get pipes. I don't know. I want to say it's sort of 1-to-1. So when you shake the sand, you get one. When you burn the slag from said sand, you get 1 gold as well. Um, it's about like that, and it's not 1-to-1. It's like a quarter for each dry sand particle going into a factory. You end up with 3 gold at the end. One comes from shaking, one comes from the kinetic slag press, and one comes from the flowers. So let's see. How can I make this better? Like that. Is this stuff just not keeping up? Not really sure. Man, we are like really close to that's it. Calling it. Really close. Whoops. Then these particles dancing on their way. Yeah, we're at 715. I don't think we're gonna get all the way there. That hurts me in a lot of ways. So, what's our next step? I think. Well, now we gotta rearrange. Let's do some rearranging here. We're gonna do gun first, flamethrower third. We'll do shovel on 4, and then we have conveyor, lifter, our launcher. Now filter is my number 7. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna do allow only cinder because I know we're not gonna have any cinder for a while. Well, let's just go like this. And I can even stack them so nothing gets through there. And I guess I can go ahead and throw sand in here, or even just start my shoveling process right here. We're going to absolutely massacre this poor little island, but it's all in the service of a greater good, right? Right? Oh, yeah, the clipping. That's from that jetpack mod, I'm pretty sure. But I am excited because Lanto's been saying some stuff on the Discord, that's the game developer, about things he is changing in the playtest. And I don't have any news as to when the playtest is going to be, but there was a developer update announcement saying that if you want a spot on the playtest, spots will be limited, and so you need to go to the Discord and sign up for the announcements in the channels and roles, and that will give you will see the announcement first, along with the rest of us, as to how to sign up for the playtest when he is doing that. Again, we had no timeline yet, but he's been saying some things about stuff that will change. One of the primary things was jetpack speed will be changing, which is great because I have jetpack speed mod set to 9 right now, and so just for an example, if this is speed 9, the standard speed in the game is 5, so almost half of that. Can you imagine the entire game going that slow? Even with the upgrades, man, I just that's too slow. It's not worth it. Okay, well, we got some sand here. I suppose we can start launching over there. We are at 856. Oh man, I'm really torn. Like, do I just keep going until we have? Well, I guess I have to get to 1,000, right? So now it's like, do I go until we get to 2,000? I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to expand my slag box. There we go. Beautiful. And I think, yeah, I'm gonna just go like this. Perfect. And we can do some launchers here. There we go. You need a conveyor belt. There we go. All right. I understand how jank this is. Trust me. I know. It's okay. None of this is permanent. Everything is temporary. It's okay. Let's just get this stuff out of here. All right. And nope, that's not what I wanted. I don't know what that was. Okay. We got, is our sand moving yet? Okay, yes, painfully slowly. Okay. And that means I'm going to build myself a I don't know if I have room here. We're gonna revamp this really quick. We're gonna revamp our temporary factory here. Go like this. And we are going to launch stuff up. Okay. And this will be a allow only burnt slag. Here, like that. Okay. Okay, I like it. Now, it's incumbent upon me to keep burning the slag here, but I think this is going to work. So this is, here we go. Again, very temporary. Let's burn the pile. Yeah, beautiful. I always love that first burnt slag burn. Beautiful. Okay, come on. Man, it's so hard to get these little stragglers in here. You gotta like really focus in on them, and then they still don't want to burn. Okay, there we go. And then this must be other stuff. I don't know. Got some wet sand there. Perfect. Man, that stuff up top is really taking its sweet time, huh? Yeah, looks like we got a plenty though. In that case, let's go ahead. Allow only cinder. We're just gonna, yeah, that'll work. Perfect. Nope. There we go. Keep mining. Just keep mining. Keep your head down and mine. Yeah, that's one thing I really like about filters and launchers is that you can build them even where they're not supposed to be built, i.e. underwater. So like conveyor belts you can't build underwater without a sponge, and even then it has to be above ground. This way, however, you can just place a filter in the water and it works great. It's beautiful and perfect. There we go. What is in my way? There we go. Oh yes, full disclosure, I forgot to mention all the mods that I'm using. So we are again using the Darkless Mine mod, so we can see everything underground. And I'm using Jetpack Speed mod, and of course the Skin Loader mod. I am using the Tropical Skin, but you can't tell yet because I changed my player to be the good old trim bark tree. There we go. I'm really curious if this sand is going to get wet when it gets pulled up and through the launchers here. Okay. can sit here and burn. Ooh, we're over 1,000. Here, I think I need to do this. Maybe let's just go one more. Is it picking up 3? Yeah, pretty close. All right. Let's take a look at our research again. Pipes is 2,000, refining is another 1,000. Do I think I can get to 3,000 without? I kind of don't, which is sad. Big sad. Come on. Just good old manual sand movement. There we go. Yeah, I don't think that this is somehow going to be the key to getting 3,000 gold, but it sure would be nice. Okay. Well, I can probably get rid of that. That stuff too. And now, I guess while we're waiting, we can start making a to be processed pile over here. We got a long ways to go, friends. Let's look up here. Oh. Yeah. Well, we're almost to 2,000, but there's no way we're getting to 3,000 for sure, so I guess that solves that. Let's go ahead and research the kinetic slag press. And I don't have any really good ideas of how I want to do it, so let's just pretend that I do. We'll go like this. Set up a launcher. Man, it's like I'm building the whole factory just to temporarily. And we're gonna go here. Allow only burnt slag. Like this. And I'm just gonna wall it off for now. And now we can do slag press. Oh, they're shorter than I thought. Up a few more. Perfect. Okay. Go like this. I'm gonna go ahead and put an escape valve in here right now. And I think this is probably got to be a conveyor belt this way. There we go. We got a nice little escape valve. And let's put a filter underneath here for gold. Like this. And then, I don't know, I guess we'll go ahead and launch it back up again. Like that. For a spore box. Okay. And I'm going to do one here for gold. Like that. Okay. Whoops. It's gonna bother me if I don't fix that. So we should be able to start launching our burnt slag here. Seems like it. keep that going for a while. And okay, now I think we'll get to pipes. And then once we do that, I can essentially just completely get rid of all this and we can start over. Although maybe the other thing we need to find is lava, right? So I guess while we're waiting, let's go ahead and start digging again and see what's under here. We need to find... Whoa, man. Okay. It's always weird when that happens. Alright. Okay. Let's keep digging. We need to find some sort of entrance to something under here. We haven't found nothing yet. There's gotta be, right? There's gotta be some sort of entrance to a mine here. Is this it? There we go. We found it, I think. Oh, that's a tight squeeze. That's gonna be fun getting stuff out that way. But it is kind of nice to know, like, okay, this is where everything's gonna come out of our mine. Hey, and snow. Snow. Okay, but we got some fluxite. That's kind of cool. We need 500 to be happy. All right, so. All right, though we found our mine. That's good. Let's go ahead and start getting set up. Oh yeah, we're way over 2,000 now. That's perfect. And let's see. I want to think back to our Titan X factory. What were some major problems we had? One was at the end there. Red sand. We need to filter that out right away. And of course, gold. Gold was another huge issue because it started recirculating in the factory, and since it's so dense, it sits at the bottom of everything. And it was preventing our factory from doing anything at the end because I didn't have any gold storage. So I think we need to plan on sorting out any gold that might come from underneath or any gold that is recycled right away and get that the heck out of our area. And I also think that means that we need to store our red sand to the very far right side of the map at the very top, so that way Amethyst can come from, in this case, the left, and then we can have the Void Bloom mixer in between them. Because I do love my Void Bloom mixer. I've never seen a better one. I'm going to keep sticking with that one unless somebody shows me that I'm wrong. Okay. Is everything else processed? Our money is at a standstill. Oh no. Oh, what? I should have learned. Interesting problem here. Okay. What do I do? Well, I know what I'll do. We'll do another kinetic slag press right here. And another burnt slag filter on top of it. Okay. And do a conveyor belt in between that. And we'll just let this one empty itself out. And then apparently we're gonna have to babysit this thing. Yeah. Like, you can just keep cycling. I guess it doesn't really matter. So when that happens, it's because this must have gotten backed up. I'm not quite sure why it did. Or, yeah. My theory and what a lot of you commenters said was that the particles are getting stuck within game saves, but I have autosave off, so I cannot figure out why that would have happened. Long story short, it did though. So let's go ahead and burn through that research. Pipes, wonderful. I'd really love to unlock these two, huh? I wonder which one is more important. Probably refining 3. for the planter boxes. So that way we can pretty much build the whole factory minus the void bloom fluxite thing. It looks like we're gonna get pretty close there, but let's see. I was hoping this gold over here would get used up and then we could get rid of it. Okay. Yeah, right now, I mean, I'm just kind of in a holding pattern waiting for this thing to do its job. Maybe I can help this. There. Now we can really process. Maybe? Is that working? Oh, I blocked it off. Nice. That was smart. Okay. Well, I guess I'll keep mining while we're waiting here. And what do we think? Try to go lower? We just go straight down, look for the lava? Straight down gonna work? I almost want to just use my gun so I don't have to move. Yeah, so like I said earlier, this is a 1.25x map, technically, but the underground area is like a standard 1x map. You just made it bigger so we had a little more space in the on top of the ocean there. There's something, appears to be something here. Let's try to go up. Some more cave crystals, maybe? I'm hoping. I don't know, looks cool. Yeah, this is still slower than the shovel at this point, but it sure is nice that I don't have to go right up next to the dirt. And it feels like when I'm shoveling with the speed mod, the jetpack speed mod on, it's way more likely to make me clip into the wall, which I don't necessarily want. This is a huge area here. That's interesting. I just keep hoping like I'll see some of that sweet fluxite up here. Nothing yet. Boy, do we have sand though. I love it. Before we leave. Okay. Yeah, look at that. We're almost up to 3,000. Watch it stop at like $5 short. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Stop at $60 short. I don't know how I called that. Frustrating. Let's see. Can we... Oh, hey, we can burn some here. Take a look at our research. We can unlock planters. And I'm going to move this gold over here. Actually, I don't know why I'm doing this because kind of want to get rocket launchers before I really commit. Here, we're going to go allow only cinder again. And we'll go like this. We'll just expand our pit. Well, good to know. Oh. Huh. Okay. There we go. Get rid of those. Oh. And those. All right. I think I was not holding control. That would explain a lot. Some randomly stuck sand here. It's so hard when there's like one free pixel. It just stays there forever. I'm really curious. Look, our sailboat is no longer sailing anymore. It's the floaty boat. Really curious how much water we end up with. And at what point I'll go back on what I said about not duping any water on this map. Because you guys already know. Sand takes so much water. Which, don't know if you knew this in real life, that is also true. It takes an insane amount of water to mine for gold. Probably not worth it, for the most part. There we go. That is a really good amount of sand we got going here. It's gonna keep the factory busy. Will that get us as much as we need? I sure hope. I don't know. Is there gonna be like mystery fluxite up in here? Please? Oh, come on. I was trying to will that into existence. No such luck. There we go. Well, that's gonna take a few minutes to get back. Let's see. Now, I kind of need to start scoping out how much space we really have and where we're going to want things. Now, I decided, yeah, we're gonna do, I can start drawing some stuff up here. I think we're gonna go, red sand is gonna go up here. We'll drop into a box. This will be our red sand box. Like that, maybe. There's probably not that much, and I'm always using it up, right? So we'll go like that. That's gonna be my red sand box. And so now I'm immediate regret. We're going to, let's go ahead and put some filters. Where is it? There we go. This, and we need to do a return line. I think it's probably smart. Oh, the other thing it's like I for sure want to do this time is make sure I have a recycler on every single stage of whatever factory I build, so that we don't end up with a bunch of disasters like when we got sand in our slag burner last time. That was no good. Huh. Ah, the water physics in this game fascinate me. Okay, look at that. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. And you guys, what are you stuck on? Just one little guy? Okay. Come on. There we go. That's moving. Interesting. You know, this is probably the easiest I've made this much gold before. in early game Sandustry. On the default map, it's kind of hard to get to. It's kind of hard to get to those higher researches, like even kinetic slag press, planter boxes and stuff. There's not enough water on the surface, and you're sort of forced to try to start duping water right away or start piping stuff from underground if you can. I mean, do you guys remember, anybody who's been around since the demo first released, when we did know you could duplicate water, how painful that was? Yeah, it was a lot harder, but frankly, this is significantly more fun this way. Just in my opinion. Okay. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, we got sand going. Do we think? Oh yeah, a little bit of it fell down here. Huh. Well, that's okay. That's okay. Let's see if I just, yeah, go like this. That'll keep it all in there. And this spore box, I mean, are you gonna get overloaded? I don't know. Looks like the sand is finally coming in. We're up over 1,000, and we want to get to 3,000 for the rocket launcher. I'd love to just have everything unlocked, but you know. And I wonder where my final. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah, maybe I just kind of let this stuff finish out here, and then we can start building our factory in earnest. Now I can go back here. Let's go back to what I was doing with the red sand. We got a nice red sand going, and let's just declare this right here to be the return line. There we go, height. Is all our water gonna spill out there? No. Okay, good. Here. From this day forth, this shall be the return line. And so if red sand is getting sorted out here, nope, not what I wanted. Hey, I guessed it correctly this time. That's beautiful. And since I have all my sand coming from this side for right now, I'm gonna just get rid of this temporarily. And we can start planning out our lift from underneath, our lift from under the mine. I kind of don't need this here right now. Let's see. How can... Yeah, only one works that way. Okay, so we're gonna have to do diagonal launchers here. And I guess we can launch them pretty far this way. Should clean all this up. It's so hard to get those single pixels. It's very, very tricky situation. Let's see. No, that's not gonna work. Right there. Well, that one gets blocked too. That is tough. That is tough. Go like, oops. I think can we kind of just hope that this is gonna work? Maybe, sorta, a little bit. I know I probably, yeah, I watched the time lapse, my full time lapse of the Titan map, and I realized my launchers are just so inefficient in every way possible. But at the same time, in the moment, it's like, this is fine. This is fine. Oh, this is fine. That doesn't matter, you know, that'll be fine later. And then, of course, fixing it later never comes. So, yeah. All right, and then I'm going to plan on right here, we are going to have a red sand clean out. Oh, no, I do want that here, like this. So this was going to be a, let's see, a red sand sorter, like this. Oh, go down a little bit. Go like this. And there we go. So this will allow red sand through, and then everything else is going to get launched up. Like that. Okay, and I can fix that. Well, I was just about to say fix it later, but no, I'm not. Let's just do it now. Let's do it now. Future Tim might thank me. I don't know. Debating if I need this much, probably not. So let's move this down. Okay, we're gonna do conveyor belts here. It's gonna turn right back around and launch the other direction because we're also gonna sort out gold here, I think. And the idea being we're going to drop all the gold onto that return line that we created. Maybe not. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Yeah, we can do that later, I guess. I might as well just trademark it right now, I guess. Oh, jeez. Okay. Here's going to be our red sand. Here, while I'm at it, prevent escapees. Go like this. And probably don't really need that many for our red sand. Now I need to go back. Ooh, yeah, it's right there. Oh, no, not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. Here, we'll just take this, hold shift, reverse direction. Beautiful. Get rid of that one. Let's finish it off. Okay. And there we go. So this is going to sort out red sand for us right away. And then perhaps we'll just have gold filter out first thing in the factory. Yeah, that'll probably a good idea. I forgot I should be burning this, of course. Otherwise everything seems to be working. And look at that, we're at 3,800 already. Let's go check that research. Unlock the rocket launcher. We're going to go ahead and unlock the vacuum so we can get to the cryoblaster because y'all know we need that lava. And man, we are pretty close to burning through the entire research tree here in this first episode. I'm pretty happy about that because I want to build the real factory. This is just the poser factory. Looks like we got another few hundred worth of gold there, but it might be time to move on. I'm not sure. Let's go inventory, rocket launcher. There we go. Well, that is officially faster. And I guess since we have this here, and since we can still use our temporary factory, I really want to see this in action. See if it's actually going to get stuff out like we want it to. Interesting. It sure seems like it's sending a lot of stuff into that wall. I don't know if is that gonna help? Let's try that. Oh, this is all dry sand. I don't even want that. Never mind. Okay. There. can all sit up in a pile up here, that's fine. Here we go. Clean this out. I think it might be time to move on to our new factory. Get rid of all this. Pretend like none of this happened. Since we do have pipes, we do sort of have what we need to start working on our maybe more permanent factory. I'm still committed to never killing a flower myself, so we'll see how that goes. Okay. Let's see. Well, let's do a tiny bit more mining here. Let's do a little bit more exploring before we call it there for this episode. I'm really excited for this series. I'm hoping to have... Oh, there's the tropical skin. I'm shooting coconuts. And look at my rocket launcher. It's a little leaf. You guys see this? Little leaf shooting coconuts. Oh, our gun is like a banana. I can't really... The bullets are so tiny I can't see them. They might be tiny coconuts. It's hard to tell. What does our rocket launcher look like? Oh, it's a volcano. Well, huge shout out to the skin creator, Spooktical. I hope I'm remembering that correctly. He made this because I requested it, because I knew I was doing this map, and homie hooked it up. I really appreciate that. If you want to play this map yourself, of course you need the custom map loader. Well, you need the mod loader and the custom map loader mod, and then you need to download the Adrift map, and you can do all those things on the Sandustry Discord. If you have some cool factories that you want to show me or everyone else, I would love it if you posted that on the Sandustry subreddit. I will definitely see it there. Or if you need some help with the game, go ahead and check out the Sandustry wiki. That's at sandustry.wiki.gg. If you need immediate help, or if you have a broken save problem, make sure you do that. Join on the Discord. People can help you out right away on there. I think I'm going to leave it there. We made some huge progress today. I can't wait to see what our next episode turns out like. We are definitely going to start building our compact, efficient, tileable factory in the next episode. So I'm going to leave it there. I appreciate you guys all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like. If you want to see more Sandustry content, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And I love talking to you guys, so please leave a comment down below. Until next time, I'm Ben Trimbark Tree, and I will see you later.